Welcome back to a new video. So this was a workout where I did a lot of block work and got a lot of productive work done. I did it at the same position as I did it before, where it was basically just at my patella. It's an interesting position and one that it just happens to be, I guess, lucky to have just because of the size of the blocks and the rubber mats that are there. Just happens to be at that spot. If it was any higher, it'd be right at my kneecap, which would be a really weird spot and probably not one that I would like to use. And if it was any lower, I guess it would be potentially more ideal for true low block snatches. Don't really know what to call these. I just call them block snatches, but I wouldn't really call them high or low. It's just like literally in the middle. But I worked on doubles all the way up to 102. I was trying to do the doubles quickly with not a lot of rest in between. I guess kind of like the Belarusians like to do. Of course, they do a little bit lower on the blocks, but the idea of doing quick doubles. And I think I was just a single, unless I had a mini stroke there. So I guess I just did doubles to 90. Went up to 111, and then unfortunately I missed 120 the first two times I did it. Just not strong right now. One of the things I noticed the other day, so I went to the gym yesterday, and when my pulls got heavy for the snatch, I ended up missing 120 a bunch of times from the floor, or a bunch of times twice, and it was like really bad misses, like really like overpowered from the weight. And I noticed I was having a bit of a hip shift, so this is not the ideal angle to see hip shift or any sort of imbalance from the front. So that's something that I'm glad I was able to see when I went to the gym. It's something I can be aware of to work on, that even though there is less discomfort than before, there is a bit of hip shift to the left side, which means that my pulls and stuff will just be less than ideal for all the lifts, and it will probably mean that the power on my right leg is just less right now. But after doing those snatches, so I was able to get 120 on the third attempt, which is the heaviest snatch I've done since tweaking my hip, which is good. And then did some clean front squats jerks from the blocks, of course. And pleasantly surprised, after I did this rep of 120 here, I really wanted to go up to 145, but I missed that the last time, I think twice, and I decided to be more conservative and just go to 140. You see here, it was decently easy, but the back leg is just a bit too straight for my liking. Then up here is 140. Pretty hard clean, as you can see, but was able to do the front squat after, and then get enough energy to do the jerk. I certainly would like 140 just to be a routine, easy way. You see here, it's pretty difficult. Pushed it forward a bit, had to work really hard to be able to get that. Then after I did some snatch pulls from the same block height, I threw 125 back on there and just tried to pull it as fast and as high as I could. It doesn't really look very fast and didn't really feel very fast, but I was really trying my best. And I did 2 sets of 5 here, and then I did a set at 102 after to just kind of work on increasing the speed even more. It's kind of nice, pulls for blocks. I kind of figured that these would be similar to doing like hang snatch pulls, hang snatch high pulls, I guess they'd be called, that I was doing in other workouts before. And since I had the blocks out, I figured I would give it a whirl. There I was actually a little bit forward, but just trying to get it as high as I could, just trying to extend as hard as I can. Just make everything, just be aggressive. And at worst I'm getting upper back work, at best I'm getting technical work. And of course the 102s are going to look a lot easier. You take off 50 pounds, it's going to feel a lot better. But pretty easy block workout. I'd say pretty easy, but pretty straightforward. Similar to what I've done on the other days, just a little bit more weight in the snatch, a little bit less in the clean jerk, but I suppose it's more since the last time I only made 125 and I missed 145 twice the last one. But just trying to move things and just keep working hard. It's turned out this week is a really hard week of training, which one of the reasons it makes sense why the quote-unquote big day at the end of the week didn't go too well. But I also think this might have been the last normal day of sleep. I had 2 days of really bad sleep as well, so a variety of factors led to a pretty crappy day. But when you kind of lift hard several days in a row, it kind of makes sense that there's going to be a dip in performance, and I'm too hard-headed to pay attention to that. But anywho, that's it for this one. Talk to you all in the next video. Peace.